Previously, we have seen Prince and his guards were able to kill hybrid beast but also lost one soldier, and Prince gives honor to that soldier. At Big City, where large horde of hybrid beasts attacked, Punishment Army took care of them easily and killed all them without any casualty. Now, Prince calls Anna and asks her to help him building something that will help our military. Anna asks, is this some kind of enlarged gun? That's actually close to gun, but Prince confirms, it's not a gun but a 12-pound cannon. He tried his best in drawing to come up with this. Prince explains the flow and how its barrel should be developed and asks Anna to heat up inner walls of 2 holes and then melt steel, and pour into the holes, and asks her not to stare molten steel as it is too bright. She does exactly what Prince told, but while doing this, she looks so cute that Prince can't take his eyes off from her. While all of this was going on, someone lurks and sees that Prince is with witch and he is caring for a witch in public. This person is one of Prince Timothy's spy. He sees soldiers are running around in circles, and thinks these people don't understand that during winter they need to save their energy if any demonic beast comes. And thinks there are many strange things going in this town. He wants to tell this information to Prince Timothy as soon as possible. But suddenly Sub-Commander Vanner founds this suspicious person and chase him. Spy surprised to see the guards caught them, and thinks it must be because of which he caught. Advisor while doing his work thinks Prince is really something else. He asked him to buy 2 sailing vessels but without captain, helmsman or sailors. How can we use this ship then? And thinks Prince is way too unreasonable. Advisor tells Prince about the spy who was sent by Second Prince, and says the information about wall, cement and guns will definitely leak as we don't have that manpower to handle these things. Prince says, every resident in border town are our eyes, and asks him to put notice that there are many enemies like the one who burned our food storage, and these enemies can be disguised as residents nearby. If anyone sees, then report it to Town Hall. If they catch, they will be rewarded as 25 silver royals. At Grey Castle, King's residence, Prince Timothy becomes very angry as it has been more than a month he sent order to siblings to return to King's residence, but no one returned yet. His advisor tells that we got reply from 4th brother Roland, that he will consider returning to the King's city once he will sure that his people are safe after demon months ends. Timothy thinks Prince Roland is not a big threat and ignores him. Advisor tells that 5th sister is disappeared. She first promised that messenger about returning, but after a week she disappeared. Prince Timothy gets very angry and asks to search for them. Timothy knows 3rd sister Garcia will not obey his orders, and asks to inform one of his duke to take care of her. But a soldier comes and tells Prince Timothy that Garcia had defeated that duke 5 days ago, and she is occupying Eagle City. She has declared herself as Queen of Clear Water, and South Greycastle is going under her command. After some days, when the cannon gets ready, Prince Roland asks lightning to start according to the procedure. Prince also teaches about the debris and how to put gunpowder, how to projectile into the bore, and how to operate artillery. Lighting lit up and boom, everyone surprised to see such firepower and the range of shooting cannon, which is around 1 kilometer. Royal Guard says, this firepower is too scary that even soldiers can handle hybrid demons, but he is afraid that soldiers won't be able to move them easily and will need 5 to 6 soldiers to handle this. Prince knows this very well, and says this is all worth, and about the weight, he has a plan to solve it using ships. Prince thinks, using Wendy's wind power, sailing can be done easily. Advisor comes to Prince about shortage of funds and ship cannot be purchased as they are out of budget. Suddenly, Prince comes up with solution and says we will build ship ourselves. He thinks, with wood it will be difficult to create proper design, and he wants to save iron for gun barrels, so he gets an idea that he can build ship with cement. So he comes up with cheap and simple to build ship and asks advisor Berov to make necessary preparations. At shore of Red Water River, which is temporary shipbuilding facility, Prince starts construction of ship. Lightning gets excited as what Prince is going to create new invention. Lightning asks not to fool her as she know all about ship. Her dad is Thunder, who is world's greatest explorer, and she grew up on ship itself. This is now how ship looks like. Seeing those kind of conversations with Prince, Wendy says she is just like this Frank even in the Witch Association, and cares for the sisters who are there and hopes they should be safe. At Impassable Mountain, Witch Association moves towards finding for Holy Mountain. One scout witch alerts everyone that there are demonic beasts approaching from the front. All fighting witches gather together and takes their positions. Chief is angry on Night Angle as because of her, she is not able to walk on her own and is injured. Leaf and other witches fights with the beasts. One witch sucks all air from beasts and kills them. Chief decides to take break, but she suddenly sees Holy Mountain. Everyone shocked to see the towers which are so long. Chief says, that is what built by the deities, and this is our Holy Mountain. One witch asks Leaf, this Holy Mountain is not what is described in ancient texts. It should be beautiful, majestic with shiny golden color. But this is something different. There's something in those holes also. But Chief, who is overexcited, asks all sister witches to just keep going on further. We have found our Holy Mountain. Leaf had doubts, but she couldn't approach Chief as she remembers what happened with Night Angle. Chief even asks to leave a witch who died during battle with beasts. Leaf thinks, if she could have killed Beast little earlier, she could have saved her sister witch. Other witch says, it's been while we are walking, but the Holy Mountain is still far, can we take break? Chief shouts and says, I will lead the way and Red Pepper will light up the path, we will be able to make it till midnight. We cannot stop here, and this is also a test. We will keep going on until the doors of the Holy Mountain appear before us. After some time, the witch who was carrying Chief shocked and says the Holy Mountain is disappeared. Leaf thinks, a city which we can never get close to, disappears as if it is an illusion, we must have been tricked. And she tells Chief that what we saw is mirage and not a holy mountain. It was mentioned in lightning stories that occurs on voyages. What we have seen is nothing more than illusion and the city might be far away. Suddenly, Scout Witch alerts again everyone that something is coming up, but it's not demonic beasts and she doesn't know what is that. And in blink of an eye that mysterious beast comes and kills that witch. Leaf is in shock to lose her sister witch and not even able to react in time. When she sees the weapon how she was killed, she suddenly remembers that these are demons. Witch takes positions and starts attacking the demons, but the demon jumps and surrounds witches. In one smash, demon kills one witch. All other witches get scared. One witch uses fireball to distract demon and tries to save other witches. Even when witches are frightened, they tries to escape to save themselves. Leaf uses her vines and tries to capture demonic beast, but the beast is so much powerful that he uses his power and Leaf gets a hard time holding the beast. Leaf tries to hold demons so that other witch can leave from there, but the other demon uses his weapon and throws towards Leaf. Leaf barely saved from that attack. The demon uses his lightning power and escapes from Leaf's vines. The demon starts approaching the chief and grabs her. With her snake power, she breaks pipe of demon which spreads red fog around the demon, and because of that chief gets killed and the demon also dies. Seeing this, Leaf gets scared, but now she understands that she found the weakness of demon. She picks up bow and arrow and aims and breaks windpipe of other demon and kills him for all witches who died. At Border Town, Battleground Hospital, the day of awakening comes for Nana and everyone gathers around her. She asks, is she going to die? Prince tells her that, even though this is your first bite of demon, you will not experience pain and suffering as you are releasing magic power every day. Even her father is with him, giving her courage and strength. Everyone tries to make Nana feel light so that she won't feel any pressure. Everyone stays in that room till midnight to see if Nana is getting any pain and they can help her. Lightning was telling Nana all adventure stories for so long without even drinking water. Night Angle says there isn't fluctuation in Nana's power. Prince thinks it is so difficult to keep track of time, and he will definitely build a clock tower that will keep track of time. Prince sees outside window, and it is already a daybreak. And thus, Nana peacefully made it past the day of the bite of demon. Everyone is so happy to see that. Prince asks Night Angle, was she correct on the day of Nana's day of awakening? Night Angle says she was sure that it was her day of awakening, but Nana was practicing her power daily, that her capacity was increased and there was very subtle change in Nana. If they will train every day, then all witches can get through their coming age of day and can avoid pain and death. Wendy says, in entire kingdom, only your territory lets witches practice their power, and they feel this as witches' holy mountain, and begs Prince to let as many witches as possible to know about this, so that they will also get a home to stay and can be protected. Prince says this is what he originally planned to do. He already let townspeople know about witches and came in contact with them, and when time will come, he will spread the message in the form of rumors. As he cannot openly recruit witches, which will cause an uproar in the kingdom. Wendy says, as long as he is going to build such place for witches, her life belongs to him and she will help whatever she can, and Prince accepts her loyalty. At the shore of sea, Sub-Commander Vanner and his subordinates gather together as per instructions sent by Prince. They seize the ship built by Prince and surprised to see such a huge ship, even with some steering wheel which they haven't seen yet. One soldier says, we will have to work hard and get noticed, become leader like Iron Axe, marry prettiest girl in pub. Sub-Commander Vanner thinks, this cannon is so heavy and cannot be used optimistically against demonic beasts. And when he sees ship, he thinks Prince must have developed this cannon for even stronger enemy. Thus, soldier practice projectile of the cannon at river shore. Prince sees the group of soldiers working hard for getting into cannon team, which gets raise pay of 5 silver coins. And asks his royal guard that we will give it a test with Littletown, which was a name given to the ship. Workers finished construction of ship in just few days. They also build shed to store cannonballs, and on top, Wendy will be able to use her wind manipulation. Royal Guard now understood why Wendy was practicing daily in garden. And Prince asks Carter to be in charge of this ship. Because the ship is being handled by a witch, Prince wants all crew members to be trustable. When Littletown ship will set its sail, it will be new starting point for us. Lightning dramatically plays role of sail navigator as she can fly and see far. Also she had experience in the sea as well. Lightning sees and says, this is the first time I am seeing such kind of ship, which is made up of cement, cowhide, sheep hide, and also bear hide. captain and others starts testing the ship on the water and sails the ship. As Lightning has knowledge of ships, she drives the rudder and asks Wendy to use her wind powers. Wendy is in charge of movement power support. Prince already asked her to train her wind power like Anna has control over fire. She was a bit nervous because she was only practicing her powers drying cloths and other household tasks. And she thinks she will work as hard as Anna from now on and sails the ship. Ship starts moving. Nana's father thinks Prince had turned rocks into ship and let it float on the water. Is there anything he can't do? Lightning gives information on how to sail and what should be done, how to move the rudder, what should be the angle, and so on. After some time, Wendy feels sick and thinks she ran out of magical power, but she wants to hold on until ship reaches to the shore. Lightning sees Wendy getting sick and approaches her, but she suddenly faints and Lightning brings her down. Wendy's body is covered in icy water and Lightning asks her, why didn't she tell earlier if she was freezing cold like this? Suddenly, ship hits rock. Captain asks everyone to stay and gather sails and asks Lightning to take her back to the castle. At some place, a carriage carrying little girls goes by and one person whip on them. The carriage rider thinks about the poor kids that it is at least better than dying and becoming corpse on the side of the road. When he asks that ambassador about the orphans, he tells that each of the town's churches in the kingdom will take few orphans. All of these orphans are girls only, so carriage rider was surprised, but he was getting paid 25 silver coins just for transporting these orphans. When carriage arrives, the ambassador sells some of orphans to some rich buyers and makes dirty money out of it. Archbishop Maine goes to the large sinkhole which is called Hermes Nucleus. This is the real core of the church. There are other paths here to store church text, archives, manuscripts, and ancient books. Also, there is specially built prison area which contains some convicts who will never see sunlight. When he goes by these prison, people in prison screams to let them out. He approaches to one cell and asks him to eat properly and treat himself better. This person is none other than the king of Grey Castle. He says, how can he eat anything at such place? It's been half a year and he haven't received any information on how his sons and daughters are doing? The archbishop tells his son Gerald Wimbledon is dead and the person who sentenced him to beheading is his second son Timothy. Third daughter Garcia declared independence in the south and called herself Queen of Clear Water, and any time a war could be happen between Timothy and Gracia. And as for fourth son and fifth daughter, there isn't any information he have. But they are still alive. King feels sick listening all this information. King says, you replaced me with a witch and started a war between my kids and have a church built in every town. And why did you declare something like fight for the throne? He would have never let his children fight among themselves for the throne. Archbishop says, this is all he planned so that people will lose trust from king and kingship and should start believing in church more than kingship. In the future this land will not be divided into 4 countries, but it will only have one ruling power, and that will the church. King says he curse him and will be waiting for him in the depths of hell. Archbishop says this the end of king era and new beginning for us. In next part you will see, at Impassable Mountain, during the fight of witch association and demons, many witches died and they also lost their chief. Leaf asks everyone to check if Night Angle's saying was right or wrong about Border Town and Prince. Killing beasts and protecting the walls is becoming easier than previous for soldiers. Prince is even prepared for hybrid beast.